Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tickle Me Comedy Club podcast. I'm with Dillon Dilligaf, and we got a really great show for you guys this evening. We have some terrific guests here, and they're all on the Comedy Show on Wheels bus tour. So we have DJ David Dee, we have Steve Pearlman, the singer, and we have legendary comic, comedian, famous on the cruise ships. Let's give it up for Smiley Joe Wiley.
Smiley Joe Wiley.
Yes, he is here tonight. This podcast is sponsored by Blue Zone Comedy Tour.
Blue Zone Comedy Tour, bringing disabled comics to your doorstep.
And so we recently created a partnership with ACTV. They're on Roku, Kodi. They're on Amazon Fire TV, ACTV US, live and video on demand. They have an app on the smartphones, and you can catch them on all the social media too. So let's get this started. Right. So what happened was, Dillon, I've been trying to get Smiley on the podcast for a little while. And
I didn't think this was going.
Yeah. I've been trying to get him on the podcast, and it's tough to get this guy on the podcast, but it's okay because we're lucky that he's here tonight.
Well, you guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. You stayed on me, man. Normally people ask you to do something for them. They say, "Hey, man, can you get on? Can you come?" Yep. I say, "All right, man, I'll do it." And then something happened because I have wife and kids now, and I'm home, and everything has really changed with the pandemic and whatnot. With just us wearing masks and all this other stuff. But I'm talking about, man, I'm dad again. You know what I'm saying? I was dad, like, yay, dad's home. Let's go do something. So that's how I used to be. Now I'm like, hey, I want to eat. You know what I'm saying? Change the baby diaper. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I done started over again. I'm 54 years old, changing diapers.
Wow.
I know, y'all. I was surprised too. I thought he was dead. I thought I choked him out a long time ago, man. He an MMA fighter. This dude keep coming back for more, man. So I got a 1-year-old, man, at home, and I thank God for him. And it's fun, man. But being home and being able to give the city something that it deserves, because I was gone for so long. I was always on the cruise ship performing, and that was my life for 10 years, and I enjoyed it. I loved it. I met my wife, so I brought her from the cruise ship. I got a family out of it. Then I got my DJ, which is my good friend. I brought him from the cruise ship, and then the other comedian. I got comedian Mark Simmons with me. I brought him from the cruise ship, and then I'm gonna bring in all of the Carnival Cruise comedians that I worked with, man, because I know this project that I have is gonna be so successful. We come with hanging on a party bus. So y'all come and hang out with me on the party bus, man. Some of these other comedians, they're bigger acts, man. They charge you for a hangout fee or just for a meet and greet. No, this is a one-time dollar. Pay your dollar, man. It's a BYOB. It's an hour hangout. You get 30 minutes of comedy. My man Steve, my best friend, he's gonna be singing. My man DJ Allen is gonna be playing music, and we hanging, man. And we go, and I give away masks. Everybody is gonna get a mask, so I ain't gotta worry about y'all saying that. I wasn't smiling at the show. No, yes you was, because you had one of these on your face. And it has a filter in them, and everybody gets them. I sanitize your hands. I take your temperature before you get on the bus. So it's real, you know what I'm saying? And it's something that Las Vegas needed that I've had before, and I was going to kick it off. And what happened was Carnival found, it just seemed like every time I want to do something at home, Carnival finds a way to go, oh, no, you ain't. That ain't going to happen. I was at Hooters. Yeah. I was at Hooters for about a month, you know what I'm saying? And that was the month of October. Right. And it seemed like soon as Carnival saw that, they was like, oh, no, man, you're doing 5 cruises a month now. You're going to be gone. So I went back to the cruise ship. So now with the pandemic, it just seemed like everything has worked out into my favor for me to do this, because it's something we all need. It's laughter. It's family friendly. You can bring your kids. You can bring your grandmother. Everybody. I entertain everyone, and that's what I thank the cruise ship for, because they gave me that ability to be able to reach out and to entertain kids, older people. The first night of the cruise, I got 1,000 people at the show. 800 people, man. They sitting on the floor. They all packed up, and I'm doing my thing. Well, the next day it's formal night. Everybody's dressed up, and you got your suit on. You meet the captain. You go, but they have comedy shows scheduled during those times. Yeah. So here I done went from 1,000 people to 1,200 people to like 30. Oh. And I got grandma, I got the little kid running back and forth, I got the baby crying in the stroller. So I got all these things at the show that I went from 500 to 800 down to 30 people. So being able to entertain that small amount of people allowed me to say, you know what? when I come home, you know, this comedy show on a party bus, people, I've written on party buses, and everybody, yeah, what's going on, man? Woo, party, pour me a drink, man.
Yep,
Woo.
that
I
was
mean, what's
me.
fun about that?
That was
I
me.
mean, you know, what's fun about that though? You know, that's in my eyes. You know, it only lasts for a little while.
Yeah.
But to sit there and be entertained, BYOB, you know, bring your own booze. You know, I got some alcohol
That's
for
great.
you. You know, I got 30 minutes of comedy. Me, another national comedian. I got my man here singing R&B, singing music from 70s, 80s. Tony Bennett, the whole nine. I mean, we got it all. We got it. I mean, every base is covered, man. If this is baseball, we'd be scoring runs.
How
every
long
inning.
is the bus tour?
It's an hour or 2 hours.
Okay.
And then I got
Hour,
a
2
2
hours.
hour,
Okay.
my 2 hour show, which I really call my family show. And that's when I take you to the Grand Prix. The show is $125. It's a 2 hour show. And that's the one that you really want. I really want to push that one because I take you out to the mini Grand Prix. And we drive go-karts for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, we drive go-karts, man. And then they have the Euro cars, which they go like 50 miles an hour. You know, and they normally charge you a certain amount for laps. You know, in my deal, man, we get it for the hour, man. So we get to ride the go-karts. And you get a helmet. It's a sanitized scarf you put on your head. The helmet is sanitized. You put them on, you get on, and you ride, man. You know what I'm saying? And here you are riding it, man. I got footage of it, and it's just great. And my thing is, I want everybody to have fun. There's no reason why we should be unhappy.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if people knew my life story, with, you know, if you go back through it, just Google me if you want to hear my life story about all of the losses that I had. I had a wife that I was married to at a time, and I had to watch her die, suffer from cancer for 10 years. Then I lost a son. You know what I'm saying? He was killed in a quadruple homicide that was out on Fort Apache. That was all over the news. So I went through all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Then my uncle, he passed away right away. Then my cousin, she went. Then my aunt, my wife died. And then, like, what was it? Not even 90 days later, my father died. Ooh. So it was like all these daggers came at me, you know, and I stood there and I took them. You know what I'm saying? Because what am I going to do? I mean, it's life, man. Like, if you read the Bible, man, God put us here to love each other, man. We all going to go through it. Look at what happened to Jesus. I mean, hell, they whooped his ass. Then they made him build a cross. Then they made him carry it. And then they nailed his ass to it. So how can my day get any worse? So that's how I looked at it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I want everybody to look at life, because life is fun, man. There's so much fun stuff we can do. And don't worry about that bullshit that's going on with everybody talking about the president and he's doing this and he's doing that. I mean, life is what it is, man. Grab a piece of it. Find a piece of life that you like and rub it all over yourself and enjoy it, man. Your face. I didn't go the other way with that. Man. Your face, man. You know what I'm saying? Just love yourself, man, and have fun, man, because we all go through something. We all fall down. It's just how you get up. And we all got to get up. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, get your ass up, come to Vegas, get on the party bus, hang out with me, get some singing, get some DJing, get some comedy, get some alcohol in you. Let's take some pictures. Let's love each other and have a great time. That's how I roll.
Let's go. Let's do it now.
Wow.
Let's
So,
go.
like, where does it start?
We start at the MGM properties, which
Okay.
basically I start off at the MGM. It's one of my pickups, and the New York.
Great.
And then I use the Excalibur. I'm picking up places where I have a tent that's set out outside the bus. So when you come
great.
to the bus, you come in a tent, you get your mask, you show your ticket, you get your mask, you get your hands sanitized, and my wife takes your temperature. You know, and then there's a COVID disclosure that you have to sign on when you purchase a ticket. That's basically stating that you haven't been around someone with the COVID and you haven't been quarantined in the last 14 days, and you're able to have fun with us. And that's how it is, because we got to be safe with this, man. I'm asking you questions that you don't get on a date. You ain't never had no dude, you know, he got his tongue in your throat and be like, hold on, wait a minute. Have you been around somebody 14 days ago that had the COVID? Or have you?
How many people on a bus?
So the bus seats 40 people, and I put 20 on it. Half, man, 20, man, so I can keep social distance.
And what's the 1 hour ticket cost?
The 1 hour ticket is $65, man.
Okay.
$65. We hang out, man. I have champagne, I have beer. I give you one drink when you get on the bus. You can bring your own. I'm not trying to get you drunk, and I know if you're young or not. So don't be trying to come on with an Adam's apple and sideburns and you 17. That ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a juicy juice. You know what I'm saying? And a granola bar, just like the 7. Because for the kids, when I do the family show, they get a little gift bag, and it has a granola bar, or everything's organic. It has an organic granola bar, organic juice, and organic gummies, and I give that to the kids.
That's
so
great.
to keep the energy up. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no sleepy kids on the bus. Hey, you haven't brought me. They sleeping.
Are we done yet?
Yeah. So I want the kids to be energetic, like
I'm bored.
Let's go, man. Because I do karaoke with the kids, man. I sing with them.
Really?
Yeah. Oh man, dude. That I'm a gummy man, dude. I know almost every kid's song.
Do you know Wheels on the Bus?
That one too, man. I know them all, man. I'm like changing them. I'm like Elmo. Elmo's a little thief, man, from Sesame Street. He's the Puff Daddy of Sesame Street, man. He just stole everybody's song and changed them. You know what I'm saying? He done changed. I'm serious. Y'all don't have kids, but I watch Sesame Street.
I got a 6-year-old. Yeah,
Dude, man. But it's the best babysitter on the planet. I'm saying, you ain't got to worry about calling your grandmother or, calling a babysitter, man. You put on Sesame Street, man, these kids, especially Elmo, it's like, so it's like, I'm looking at life, but here I am again enjoying life. You guys, I want y'all to do the same thing, man. Enjoy life. Look at yourself every day in the mirror. I want everybody in America, if you're looking at this, I want you to look at yourself every day in the mirror. When you get to brushing your teeth, I should tell you this, people that know me on the comedy ship, on the cruise ship rather, when I did comedy shows, y'all know this. And I tell you, when you brush your teeth in the morning, and you brushing your teeth, look yourself in the mirror and wink your eye and tell yourself that you love yourself, man. Don't wait for nobody else to tell you that you are great. Don't wait for nobody else to tell you that they love you. Love yourself first, and love will stay around you, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's my message to America.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
I should have had my hat
Damn.
like Trump. That's how his hair is, man.
Where can we get the tickets?
So the tickets are go online. Keeponsmiling.com and SmileyJoeWiley.com is where you can get tickets for the show. And I have a calendar so you can book Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday?
Yeah, I have shows. 1:30 is the family show for the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
So if you want to book the Grand Prix show, that's the 1:30 on every day, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
And then 4:30 and 6:30 are family-friendly shows if you want to bring a group. And then I got 9 and 11 o'clock is when we become adults.
Don't forget the adult shows.
Yeah, we become adults from 9 o'clock to
Las
11 o'clock, But still, even with the 4:30 and the 6:30 show, if you guys want an adult, we can, you know what I'm saying? But I prefer it family friendly because if you have children, that's all I'm just saying. Because they say, oh, we can't make the 1:30, we can go to 4:30, you know what I'm saying? So get the kids and have fun with them, tucker them out, have a good time. Or if you got teenagers, let's do this one. We'll set a deal up where we go to the Grand Prix. You take the teenagers, we have fun with them. The Grand Prix has a spinner ride, like a little teacups or whatever. They spin around in a circle. It has a little roller coaster there.
Slide too.
Yeah, it has a big slide, and it also has. It's the only Grand Prix in the United States that has dual seating. So
That's
just
great.
say, for instance, if you wanted to go, or you were there with your nephew. And your nephew said, I don't want to drive. He's just getting me in and setting me in next to you, strappy man, and y'all can drive together. And then later
That's
on,
great.
he'll get the wuss out of him and he'll start driving on his own. But then they have cars for 3-year-olds, for kids that's 3 and up. So they got, if you got a little one, man, that's the, oh, look at my baby drive. You can take pictures of your little kid riding around in the car.
Fun.
Where is the Grand Prix?
The Grand Prix is on Rainbow. It's on,
Okay.
Yeah, it's on Rainbow. So it's a ways. It's about 25, 30 minutes from the strip.
Yeah.
But everything is involved, man. So I take you out. We do comedy on the way to the race, to the Grand Prix. And then after we get done there, I take you in. We have an hour. We race. We take pictures. We have a good time. And then I take you back and I entertain you back. So that's the 2 hours
Wow.
for the tour. It's the 2 hour.
So how did you guys come up with this?
And I mean, it was I sat back and said to myself, I said, if I want to do something like this, and I know there's going to be other comics and other people going to say, I can do the same thing. I'm going to do. God bless you if you do. That's all I got to say to you. But I know I was the first one to put a concept like this together and know that it's going to be successful. Just like the first person that put a comedy club together didn't say, well, I don't want nobody else having a comedy club. It's just going to be the comedy store, or it's just going to be the improv only. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, what I do, I know that I'm good at what I'm doing with this, because when I was on a cruise ship, how this all came to me is that I used to hang out with the guests. I was that guy, man. Alan will tell you, man, that's like, I'm the mayor. Everybody speaks to me on the cruise ship. Everybody, from the dude that washes dishes, from the dude that's mopping the floor, from the security it's so funny that I used to get off the ship in Mexico, and I used to do a joke about it. I used to tell them, like, man, if you can't speak Spanish, don't speak to Mexicans in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Because I would get off the ship, man. They would be at the gate. The guards would be at the gate, and they'd be like, "Hola!" You know, they, "Hey, amigo, te like, hey, oh, wait a minute. My Spanish ain't that polished, bro. All I know is hola. You know, that's about it.
Hola.
So yeah, you know, so it's like I had friends everywhere I went, and it's like people wanted to hang out with me. You know, so it's like, say we're on a cruise ship, and we all hanging out, and your wife, you know, you got her with you. And we go to Mexico, and y'all go on an excursion. So later on, we get back to the ship. I got the late night show that night. So later you get back to the ship, and your wife goes, "Oh, I'm gonna go to sleep, honey. But if you want to go out, go ahead." Because women give men leashes when they're on a cruise ship. You at home, man. You want to tell your girl, "Hey, baby, I'm leaving the house at 1 o'clock." Where the hell you going? You know what I'm saying? You'll get one of them. You're on a cruise ship.
Get out of here.
You leaving the cabin at 1 o'clock. Bring me back some pizza. You know, yeah, she gonna tell you to bring her something back. You know what I'm saying? So it's because you ain't going nowhere. You can't leave. So they would come to the shows, and then the next morning, man, they would wake up and be like, you know, they come to me and say, "Oh, Smiley, you was great. We loved your show, man. La 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 la." So here I am walking through the ship. I'm having my lunch or whatever, and I'm eating, and people would come up to me and go, "Hey, man, this is my wife. You know, hey, honey, this is the comedian we saw last night. He was funny. You know, I told you we gonna bring you. Hey, we coming to the show tonight. Hey, Smiley." Then I got other people hollering at me. So people would gather around me, and they would want to hang out with me. So that's what made my concept come up with Hanging with Smiley, because that's exactly what we're doing. You're getting a comedy show, but we are hanging out, man. How often do you get a chance to come to Las Vegas and hang out with the entertainment? You know, and I'm on that level, y'all. It's just that I was on a cruise ship. That's why you don't see my billboard face now, but you will after these couple of months. You will know who I am. Trust me, Las Vegas, and a lot of the comedy clubs, they do know. And I wasn't arrogant with them, but it's like when my wife was on the verge of when she was passing away, is that when I come home, man, I didn't have time to, and I did you the same way. You know, I didn't have time to come to your comedy show. You know, say, "Hey, man, come to my room tonight, man. Can you please do a show for me tonight?" You know, it's like, dude, I've been gone for 2 weeks. You know, so when I come home, she wants all of my time. I mean, sorry, man, I gotta shit with the bathroom door open. You know what I'm saying? Because she wants all of my time. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those, so I couldn't go anywhere. So, you know, a lot of the comedians, a lot of the comedy clubs be like, "Oh, he's arrogant, he doesn't want to work our room, or he's this, or he's that," and that it wasn't the point. You know what I'm saying? Just like I did the factory, I did it over at the Tropicana. But all I was getting was the late night show. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm more than that. I'm more than just your dirty midnight comedian that just can go up and be raunchy. You know, which I can. You know what I'm saying? I can do it all, man. I'm a LeBron James when it comes down to this shit. I can play point guard. I can play center. I can play defense. I mean, I can do it all. I can cover all the bases, and not being arrogant about bragging about it. But that's another thing where it came from the cruise ship, because we had to do 2 family shows and we had to do 3 adult shows. So here I am. I have to do in one night. Sometime I might have to do 3 shows. I have to do a family show at 7:30. Then I have an adult show at 9:45 when everybody, I mean, I'm talking about they on the wall, they sitting on top of each other, man. Everybody's at that show. And then if you funny enough in that show, they'll come back for the 11, because you got an 11:45 show. So you got to think about it, man. You know, you are on a cruise ship. You with your wife, you're hanging out. She might say, "Well, Connie, we're going to go to the one show tonight. You pick the show you want to go to. We're going to 11:30 show. We can go to the 9:30 show." So you go to the first show, or you take her to the production show, so she could see the production show at that time, and then you say, "We're going to come back to the 11:30 show." Well, the thing about it was, had to have different shows. And that's what really made me a power hitter for Carnival, is that I had 5 different shows, 5 different 30-minute shows. So I became a comedian where when you see me, you're not going to see the same act every night. You know what I'm saying? You know, you see me on Leno, he did that same joke. Hey, I seen him on Star Search, he did the same joke. You know, I seen him on Last Comic Stand, he did the same joke. I ain't that dude. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because the cruise ship allowed me to be able to write jokes and do them, which the comedians right now in the world today, a lot of them were now with the pandemic, but a lot of the comedians back in the day didn't have that luxury. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, when I got a show tonight, I got a 45-minute set tonight, man. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Then let me write this one bit. I'm gonna add this to the show, you know, because that 45 minutes is tight. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you trust. You know what I'm saying? So I had like 30 of these that I could trust, you know, and I would play with them, you know, and then I would see different stuff on the ship. You know, I would see how people would act, or I would go on an excursion just to see how people enjoy that. Get on the tender boats, because the tender boats is when the boat cannot dock on the island. It docks at the island, and you got to get on another boat, and that boat takes you over to the island. So I would see how people carry on in that line, how people act, how drunk they were. And I used to do jokes about that. And it allowed me to write jokes. And with me having all these shows, it gave me the opportunity to go ahead and create and have more material. So that's why it's like, whenever you come to the bus show, especially if you're a repeater and you're coming back, you ain't going to get the same show, man. Even singing. I got him singing R&B. He Michael McDonald. Johnny Gill. I got him. I got my DJ. He's bringing music. He's editing.
Tell us about them, Smiley. What's the relationship? How did you guys meet? How did it all come together?
Well, it's guys don't get the wrong idea. You know, guys I'm talking about. We started singing in the basement. We was like, he used to sing, and he had a basement in his house, and it had like a little.
Okay, where was this?
In Akron, Ohio. No,
Akron, Ohio. Akron, Ohio. Okay.
We're from Cleveland. You're from Cleveland.
Okay, both from Cleveland. Okay.
So man, he had a house, man, and he had downstairs in the house. When you go down the basement, he had a small little bar area set up with a little 3-seat bar. Then he had the couch right there, and then we had the TV was in the corner, where the TV said it was like a little lift up. And the lift up was almost like a little mini stage.
Yeah.
So me and him would go in there, man, and we would drink, man, and then we'd choke and smoke, man, and we would swear that we are singers. We are duets, man. We hauling notes and Ebony and Ivory and every duet that you could. Milli Vanilli, all of them, man. We were singing. We didn't do the middle.
I can Tina.
Yeah.
I can Tina.
So
Captain and Tennille.
Yeah. That one. Oh yeah, man. Captain and Tennille. So we even sing. Dude, it's so funny. We even do Neil Sedaka, man. Laughter in the Rain.
Nice,
Oh man.
yeah.
Great. So that's how all that came about. And then Alan was a DJ on the cruise ship.
Okay.
And it was like, I saw what was going on, and I saw what I wanted.
Yeah.
And then he wanted out. You know what I'm saying? So he was like in a bad marriage. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be there, hey man, quit your job. Yeah, screw them. You know what I'm saying? Come with me. So I couldn't treat it that way. I was like, okay, cool. Well, since he's unhappy, I got me a singer. I got me a DJ. All I need is the bus and the rest of them. So all the wheels started spinning, man. And then I never thought, man, just like everybody else in the world, never thought that this pandemic was going.
No, nobody did.
What it is. And the thing about it is, man, is that this shit is so bad that normally when something happened, you'd be like, man, the virus, like when HIV was out, man, it's like, man, that HIV virus, man, it's killing people, man, it's killing people. This shit is so bad that even illiterate people is going, man, the pandemic. Like, dude, you can't even spell this shit, man. What you know about a pandemic, man? They using that same word, man. Because it's that bad. Ain't nobody using the COVID. Ain't nobody going, man, the COVID. Man, no, dude, this pandemic is really, and then my grandmother, she messed words up. So it ain't no pandemic to her. It's a Pam-demic.
Pam?
Yeah, man. This Pam-demic, baby, is
This
something
Pam-demic.
else. Pam-demic, man. I'm like,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Pam was something else. That's why I split up with her. But it's stay happy, y'all. That's all I'm telling y'all, man. Stay happy. Come see us. Have some fun. Stay watching the podcast because you never know what's going to happen and who these guys are going to bring on board. Because we here to make you laugh, man. I mean, and Tickle. I've done a few Tickle Me comedy rooms and shows where it's listen to what it says when they say tickle you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they want to do. They want to make you when you tickle somebody, it's a different laughter. When you laughter is loud. You can tickle me and I can be quiet. You know what I'm saying? So if you do get tickled, don't think that, hey, he wasn't that funny and I'd have to laugh that loud. No, we promised to tickle your ass. I didn't promise to kill you. I don't want to see your tonsils and all your bad cavities and shit when you laugh.
Yes,
But man, I'm glad you guys are doing positive things in Las Vegas, man, and trying to keep the funny going and bringing comics out and you keeping your spirit, man. You talking about the comics, disabled comics, man. We all disabled. That's the thing about it. You know what I'm saying? He's just in a chair. That's the thing about it. We all got something going on up here because we talk to ourselves. There's not a comedian out here that don't. And people, I ain't even say people, man. Go to the grocery store. Now you got masks on, you don't see the shit. But go to the grocery store, man. You see people in the grocery store be like, damn, I'm looking for, damn, peas is 89 cents. And then you break into, you be like, yeah, goddamn, peas is 89 cents. So yeah, you're talking to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you ain't talking to nobody. I didn't ask for your input, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, peas is 89. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happens to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's We are who we are. We're human, man. We all are human. So enjoy yourselves, man. Laugh
right.
at yourself too.
Those are great outings, going to the Walmart, just to watch people.
Man, dude, I
The
can't do
Walmartians,
that. I
I call
can't.
them.
I can't do that no more, man. Because I'm a comedian, man. I'm
Yeah.
loud. I mean, and as soon as you hear, no, you didn't. You're like, oh, what you mean? No, I didn't. I'm like, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about that other jacked up one. But yeah, no, you didn't either. You know what I'm saying? So it's a Walmart, man.
Oh yeah, the
That's walking
Walmart. I
comedy,
call them
man.
Material
Walmartians.
at Walmart.
Yeah, it's
Just
walking
like too much
comedy.
material on the cruise ship.
Oh,
And guys, y'all friend me up. I'm Smiley Joe Wiley on everything: Instagram, Facebook. Don't go on my Twitter. I'm about to change that. That's all porn. My Twitter page is porn. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Don't go on that. That's
cruise
just
ship
bad.
days,
Yeah.
boy.
Them was the cruise ship days, man. We couldn't get the adult. I mean, you go on for 14, 21 days on the cruise ship, man. You got to find an outlet. so
Something that
was
can
on
stream. You need
Exactly.
something that won't stream.
that ain't gonna cost you. That's only a $5. That's only a $5 card for 12 hours. You mess around in Mexico. That's why in Mexico they have pharmacies everywhere. You mess around with them little nasty girls over there, you get cleaned up on your way. Go get you some bad sex and some ointment on the way back, and some penicillin on the way back to the
at
ship.
the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Your herpes cured before you get back on the
Exactly.
Go from Paris
Right
to
this
the
way.
pharmacy to the ship.
Yep, that's how it is in Europe, man, dude. But these are jokes, but it's the truth. But
Yeah, there's some truth there.
But it's just fun, man. Like I said, everybody have fun. Come on, guys, have fun, man. Let's bring this shit back, man. Let's have fun. Because guess what? We all gonna die. All right? We all gonna die someday.
Not
Look
today.
at what happened to Boswick, man. Chadwick.
Yep.
Boseman, man. Look at what happened to him, Chadwick.
Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful, great actor. Kept his mouth quiet, fought through what he went through, and he knew that he was just like life, man. We are going to die, so enjoy yourself. That's what that man did. That man went through chemotherapy, went through surgeries, still went on the set, he had action scenes. Not even so much that he went through the surgery and did what he did, but he was kicking people's ass in the last
Black
two
Panther,
movies.
yeah.
No, not
Oh,
even
the
Black
ones after-
Panther.
the ones after
The one
that,
that he
yeah.
did, man. He did the movie.
He did the Marvel?
That no, man. He did the movie that I can't call the name of it. It was a spin off of the French Connection. You know the French Connection because we in that area. Remember that movie with the French Connection?
yeah, with
That
Gene
was,
Hackman.
With Gene Hackman.
Yeah,
It was in New York. It was
Yeah.
about the drugs.
Yeah.
Where he did Boseman did another movie just like that.
Yeah.
Where he was. Yeah, I know y'all little young chumps.
What movie was
I
that?
seen
Come
that
on, guys.
in the history
You know what movie
books.
that was?
They won't know it.
21 Bridges.
21 Bridges. Look at that. They know.
That's-
Film.
Yeah, they know, man.
That's the film.
Wasn't that a good movie?
That's Giorgio. That's Stefano's brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. That was
We got
that
you
man.
on the
21
podcast,
Bridges.
Giorgio.
21 Bridges was a great
Stefano
movie, man.
just didn't want
Yeah.
to show off. So.
So, look at these. And he's drinking. Look at that little young kid drinking Diet Dr. Pepper. What the hell are you trying to lose? You weigh 80 pounds.
It's got vodka in it.
You can sneeze and I can see your spleen,
So,
man.
Steve, Alan, just so how's the experience been? Have you guys started already on the bus?
We
tour?
did a practice show,
Okay,
and
cool.
I've done this before without the boys, before I
Yeah.
brought them in, and it was just me.
Yeah.
So I felt that, it was still good. Everything was still cool, and the people enjoyed the show, but I felt something was missing. Me as I mean, because I'm always trying to be different, man. I've always been like that, man. I was the only black guy on the baseball team, football team, and I'm always different, man. There was only 12 black kids in my high school when I went to high school at one area, at one part of Georgia when I lived in Georgia at one time. So I know how to adapt by being different, and then I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like doing things that other people don't do. The challenge, of trying to make me make it. And I said, I need to spice this shit up, man. This is a regular sweet potato pie. You can go anywhere and get this kind of pie. You know what I'm saying? It tastes like nutmeg, and it's good. So I said, what? How can I make this better? I'll make the crust better. That's what I do.
There you
I
go.
make it so I got the filling already. So I got to make the crust better. You know what I'm saying? So they be like, damn. When they get done eating the pie, they can enjoy the crust too, because you got that little back piece on the back, and that makes the pie great. So I said, what can I do? So I said, you know what? He sings R&B. They would never think that the music that he sings, they would never think the sound comes out of him, man.
Yeah.
He's like an elephant with a high-pitched voice, but his voice isn't high-pitched. It's just different, you know what I'm saying? It'll just throw you
That's
off.
an analogy.
Yes.
Steve, can you give us a sample? Acapella?
You put him on the spot.
It's only 10 million people. There's only 10 million people right there.
And luckily, I sing. I've been singing for 30 years now. We started about the same time, but his career went beyond mine. But I sing R&B, but I sing classic rock. I sing Tony Bennett, Dean
Nice.
Martin, Eddie Money, Meatloaf.
Yeah.
So I'll adapt to, like he said, any kind of crowd that we have. We have an older crowd. I can
that's
sing
great.
that. I can sing Meatloaf. I can do Eddie Money or anything
Yeah.
like that. But I mean, I grew up in mostly a black area, and then I fell in love with R&B music. I've been married to 2 black women, so.
At the same time?
Yeah, man.
He beat me. I was going to say that.
That was his Utah days.
That would have been.
I'll give you a little acapella sample. This is from the 80s. If you remember James Ingram, who just
Yeah.
passed away not that
Oh,
long
yeah.
ago.
Oh yeah, I forgot James passed.
I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. Here we are back where we were before.
Nice. Good work.
And we back where we were before, because you was in the bathroom. You came right back.
And,
I mean, I'm so excited because I've been singing for that long, but I've only done it part-time. I was working a car lot 2 months ago in Cleveland. But now I'm on and I'm ready though. I know I'm ready. I was singing with a couple bands before I left, and I'm with 2 all-star comedians, 2 of the best comedians that Carnival had, and I got a DJ who's been international all over the world. He DJed.
Well, yeah, we didn't even let him talk, man.
Ask him about his experience.
DJ Allen, come on. Share. Yeah, what's all of that about? All over the world there?
Well, grew up in Chicago. Back on my background, grew up in Chicago, where I fell in love with house music and all the DJ scene out there. The last 16, 17 years, I've been living in Greece.
Nice.
Doing clubs out there, radio for like 5 years. Last 10 years, I've been on Carnival, Smiley. Met Smiley, my first contract.
Yes.
2012, man.
I taught him how to drink tequila running.
Boy,
Running on the beach? Or?
boy, you don't want to know.
We've had some alcohol experiences.
Oh my
Some,
gosh.
Yeah, slight some, but yeah, now that I'm here in Vegas, just trying to keep the performance going, man. Keep it going.
That's great. You guys are busy. Is that 6 days a week or 7 days?
Yeah, we're gonna go 6 days a week. I gotta miss a day again because I gotta get my hole fixed, man. When this virus hit, man, I lost a tooth. Oh. And I had the work done, and I was going in and have it completed. Yeah. And my dentist, I have to go. I'm sorry, Asian people. But and then I was skeptical too. I'm like, man, he might have Wuhan. You know what I'm saying? So we can't get this fixed. We gotta wait. Oh my God. So it's a joke, man. I'm a comedian. Y'all took that personal, man. Y'all go ride a rock with no grease. But
Oh my God.
I was like, man.
No, you didn't get it done because I kept blowing up your phone asking you to be on the podcast. And you're like, Phil, I'm going into surgery.
Man, I'm gone.
I gotta go into surgery. I'm like, no, Smiley, you can't go to surgery. You gotta come to the podcast.
I can't believe this, man. He calls me and goes, hey, Smiley, you coming? I'm like, dude, he took me, man.
He went because he made me think of.
Yeah, Alan took me, man.
I had to wait for him. Like,
I don't even remember riding home, man. The ride on the way home was fun, so I heard. The people that I talked to besides him. I made phone calls, I'm calling people, I'm like,
Someone took my tongue.
Yeah,
He
I'm
was like that dude from Fat Albert.
I was mush mouth. I still am, so I'm gonna get the smile fixed now. Y'all don't be looking at this. How you Smiley Joe Wiley? It's cracked.
Something gold in there?
No, I ain't gonna do the Pookie Willie. I could have done that to y'all. I could have threw the gold in. Be like, what's up, y'all? And then have my pants hanging off my ass. And then I really could. Nah, we ain't.
He's got to get it fixed. See the smile on the T-shirt?
Yeah.
That's his
I
saw it when I
this
first
is
saw
my
it. I said, is that
actual
your
smile.
actual smile?
Is that right?
That's it.
Oh.
And hold on, let's tease you.
I thought it was
Here,
some
This
art-
is the one we lost right here. We're gonna put him back. So we gonna fix you, all right?
You'll have to get new T-shirts after that, right?
We get T-shirts with the
Black it
missing.
out.
Yeah, let's black this out right here. That's what you really look like, huh? See, now I'm getting roasted on my own show. But see, that's how we roll. That's fun, y'all. So that's what I'm talking about everybody. Pick some time and have some fun, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
And don't think that you kids, you picking on me. That kills me, man. These little kids, you better have some fun, man. Laugh, man. Don't be bullying, though.
Laugh at
I
yourself.
don't like.
That's
Love
it.
boat on a bus.
Love put on.
Well,
Smiley, when does it start? Like when
we
can
starting this
start
weekend,
buying?
man. We start this weekend. This
great.
weekend, Saturday tickets go on sale. Saturday,
Nice.
Saturday, September. What is that? Today's the 3rd, so Saturday, September 5th. Tickets go on sale. Go to keeponsmiling.com, SmileyJoeWiley.com, and go in. excuse me.
Perfect time. Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend.
People are in town.
A lot of folks
Perfect.
in town, and I want the word to
Not a
get
lot
out.
to do
Oh wait,
here.
the three of you are all going to be on the bus, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And the other comedian.
I'll go on. I'll go on. Yeah, one of these three.
Oh
Saturday,
yeah, man, bring
Sunday.
yeah,
What
yeah,
day do you have off?
Well, I'm off Sunday, man.
Okay,
so
you're
we
off
do-
Sunday, so we'll do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, we,
Heck yeah.
yeah, bring your boy.
Join
Bring
us
your
on the
boy.
bus. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing that I'm gonna do is I'm looking for talent also. So if you got a DVD or you know me, if I know you, don't worry about it. But if you want to come on board and you in town and you say you want to do some time on the bus or I mean, and I ain't the dude that's gonna let you do time and walk away with nothing in your pocket. So I'm gonna give you something. You can get a few dollars or something out of
You'll
me.
get a snack.
A mask.
You know what I'm saying? You get a mask.
We got the organic Smiley Joe Wiley.
He said you were going to get something in your pocket.
And a
You get a mug and a t-shirt.
Get a Smiley Joe Wiley magnet.
yeah,
And if my tooth ain't fixed, I black out. No, but no, man. I mean, I'm not throwing stones at anybody. I just want everybody to be happy, man. That's just how I've always been. I mean, I worked over at the Laugh Factory, and I saw how Harry Basil did things over there, and I like Harry, and I love Harry, and Harry showed me something that I didn't share it with him, but I saw some things from him that I took away and put in my basket of how to treat people. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Heck
the
yeah.
one thing about Harry Basil that I don't know if a lot of guys don't know him. Don't know who he is, but I mean, he treats everybody fair. He's a good guy. He's cool. He introduced me to Las Vegas. He gave me the confidence that I knew that I had. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I see Harry's wife, I'd be like, you know what, that might be your husband, but I chased his ass longer than you did. Because, man, I was on him for 2 or 3 years, like, when can I get a date? 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 And Harry was Rodney Dangerfield's right-hand man.
Yeah.
He was Rodney's best friend. So he has other comedians, that's just like me. When I said, if you guys want to perform on my bus, send me a DVD or whatnot. But the comedians that I know, I'm going to put on. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put you to work that I know that you're not working. There's some comedians, Edgar Rivera, that's out of L.A. I love him to death. Hilarious Spanish comic. This dude is fucking funny as shit, man. I'm going to have him. George Solano, he's out of Miami. I'm gonna fly George in. Percy Cruz. I mean, all of the comics that really worked for Carnival that was successful there. I want to bring them aboard because we not working now and we family. And I look at every comedian. We family, man. You a comic. I mean, I don't want to hear nobody say, that dude ain't funny. She's laughing at him for. Well, guess what? Everybody don't like chocolate cake. Ask every fat kid what is his favorite. He don't say all of them. He got one.
chocolate.
It might be chocolate. He must got some fat friends. You got some fat family members. Chocolate!
Chocolate. With milk.
But what I'm getting at, like I said before, everybody doesn't like the same thing. People like different things and certain things, and I respect that. I had tons of people come to me and go, oh my God, man, you are hilarious, man. We loved you, man. They buy my DVDs, I take pictures with them, I'm signed, autographs, whole 9 yards. And then I had people walk past me and like, we really didn't.
It was okay.
We liked your family show more. Oh. I said, all right, we're good. You know what I'm saying? Because the family show is great. Thank you for the compliment. If you come up to me and tell me you like my family show more than you like my adult show, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Let me buy you a drink.
That's a lot harder.
But the family show is fun to me. What I love about the family show is that making a kid laugh, for one, and then what I talk about is what we went through, our experiences of growing up. You know what I'm saying? Compared to these kids now, because I have a kid, so I know what these kids have that we didn't have and how soft they are compared to how we are. Percy Cruz used to do a joke about these kids is all jacked up right now because, a long time ago, if you had a helmet on and you rode a bike, something was wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Now, these kids got to ride a bike. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing with the mask. You know what I'm saying? I never thought out of the 54 years of my life that I would walk into a white establishment and there's a white man asking me to put a mask on my face to come in.
Or going to the bank. Going into the bank with a mask on. That's
He's
my
like, where's
favorite.
your mask at? I'm like, it's right here by my gun. Let me move my pistol so I can put my mask on.
It's Las Vegas. I wouldn't put that past anybody out here.
So it's times has changed. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things where I say I laugh, man, and I have fun, man. And You guys, y'all need to get a real mask so y'all can appreciate y'all masks.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah.
got them little disposable
ones.
because when they fly off, they let them, they let them go.
When
You
they
ever
laugh.
had one? If you got one as your own and this shit fly off your face, it's like chasing money.
That's it.
You running behind it, you stepping and stomping. You don't want to step on the middle of it, but you want to step on the end of it. So you can catch that shit and put it back on your face, man. Especially if it's one of these because they cost a lot of money. But what I'm getting at is have fun, like I said,
Have
man.
fun.
Find a day, man. Every day of your if you gonna have a bad day. That's how life is. If your day is great every single day, you ain't gotta worry. Every single day your day is great. Guess what? You're gonna turn into an asshole
Something's wrong.
because you're gonna think that none of your days are bad. You're gonna think that
Smiley, let me ask you. So how did you deal with it? How did you deal with all that tragedy?
prayer, man. God.
Yep.
That's it, man. And I want to be an example. That's what I want to be. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I'm happy that I went through it. I'm bragging about it. I want to be your example so you don't go down the wrong road. Because if I can get through all of this, if I can get through all of that, man, you can too.
Absolutely.
You can make it, man. I mean, I lost everything I had, man. I'm driving a Lincoln. I live in a $480,000 house with a swimming pool in my backyard. I got a pool table in my living room. You know, I didn't get rid of that shit now. The pool in the house I got rid of, but the pool table, oh no, that shit's going with me. You know what I'm saying? But I got a pool table in my living room now, man. I mean, I prayed to God to stay on the right track where I didn't go to drugs, go to cocaine, going to using people, or trying to. I was doing inheritance that didn't come about. You know what I'm saying? And it was some things that was not done right in paperwork. When people, if you ever gonna leave some money to somebody, make sure all the shit is done right and leave it to them. You know what I'm saying? So it was like something occurred in an inheritance and it didn't happen. So all my chips fell apart because what happened was when my wife passed away. You know, I went through it and I dealt with it, but nobody never saw the humble in me. Nobody saw me cry. Nobody saw me hurt behind it. And everybody thought I was Superman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I walked through it. So when humbling times really hit me and they came to me, you know, it's like I had to go through it because everybody's like, well, you know, shit, it ain't kryptonite, so Superman gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? When it's like I had to, you know, go behind closed doors and get on my knees and pray to God and ask him to get me through this to make sure I don't do nothing stupid or nothing foolish. And which I didn't. The dumbest thing that I did was I drove Uber. You know, I did that shit, man.
Oops. Well,
Yeah, I see why they call that shit Uber, man. It's
Uber,
That's what it should be
Uber.
called.
That-
But
no,
no,
Wait,
no,
wait, wait.
no, I know what you're saying,
You know what I'm
Smiley,
saying?
because you were the strongest guy in the room.
thanks,
Yep.
man. So
You were
I-
the strongest guy in the
But
room.
I thank God, though, man. I could not have been that strong without God, man. You know what I'm saying? So now I have a wife that's 20 years younger than I am, and I have a beautiful daughter.
Was she
and
the
I-
one that was by the car?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
You
You didn't invite her in here?
No, man. Dude, my son would terrorize this place. My youngest one, I wouldn't be able to get a word in.
Oh,
baby.
your son is here too.
Yeah,
Oh,
listen, man. I married a Serbian woman. I have to poop with the door open. I can't, dude. This woman followed me everywhere. It's like Green Acres.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like Jaja. Aliva. She follows me,
Oh,
but
my
she sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh yeah, man. Just get over here right now. I mean, she can ask me for water,
Yeah,
and that
that
shit
is
sound like an
sexy.
argument. Go into the room right now and pour me some water. I'm like, damn, can you say? Can you? You know what I'm saying? I'm finding a word.
please?
Yeah, but it's just her accent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's,
Oh, yeah.
she's Serbian, man. But I love her to death.
Well-
man. She's a good woman. So
She says,
You know-
please, you think you in trouble?
yeah, I know. If she say please, I'm like, did she go through my phone?
Oops. What did I do, man? So, Isaac,
Yeah.
I hate to be the party pooper,
What?
but we're
got
coming
5
up.
left?
No, we got a lot less than that.
Oh, shoot.
We,
Okay.
but I wanted to. I've not seen you. I've not met you before, and you guys are absolutely amazing. I can't get on the bus unless you guys carry me. So
We'll carry you.
We got a back door. We can just push you through there.
I'm good. I'm good going through the back door.
The driver's pretty big. He can get you.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna. Yeah, I'll just fly up there. But this has been an awesome time.
Yeah.
This has been a great time. We'll bring you back after you've had a few weeks with the bus
That sounds
and
good.
give
I would
us
love
an
to come
update.
back, man. I'd love to come
All
back
you
and give
guys,
us an update.
this has been absolutely
Awesome. Thanks for
awesome
having us.
time.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man. Thank you
So-
guys, man.
Remember that our podcasts are brought to you by Tickle Me Comedy and the Blue Zone Comedy Tour. With that, Isaac,
Partnered with ACTV.
partner now with ACTV.
Hey, hold on, man. Say hi. I mean, I want to say hi to the group of the.
Yeah,
we got the
this
staff
is our
back
production
there, man.
staff.
We got
Great people.
We got. They got the O's for their
Giorgio.
Yeah.
Giorgio and
Melissa, Angelique, Stefano, And we
Yeah,
got
children, Stefan.
Elijah. We got Roman Stern is
Roman's here, so yeah.
Roman came down, man.
We're not
Yeah,
letting
thanks.
Roman back on the camp. No way.
Elijah, man.
Roman was the last.
Elijah.
Elijah.
Wow, man. Are you the only child? Or are you the only?
No, that'd be-
I mean, I'm just asking. What you got?
That was the
No, are you
only
the
child. That'd be
child?
Elijah.
You the youngest? They
Yeah.
gave you the strongest name there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
they gave
So, all right, we're going to continue this party after the camera goes off. But with that, on behalf of Issac, Israel, and me, Dillon Dilligaf, we want to say thanks again to all of our folks, and we'll see you on the next podcast. All right. Good night. Thanks.
Thanks,
Bye bye.
man.